Directly in front of you is the Leominster downtown parking garage. Built in 1986, I remember that well. And I think late 86 or early 87 it was open. The city, however, had this strange concept that parking garages can maintain themselves perfectly fine. Not true. In fact, for the 27 years this thing has stood, they literally have done absolutely zero maintenance on this thing. And remember, no S8 boarding or ISAOED. So let's take a look at this really well-maintained parking garage, shall we? First off, as we enter, you could see that it is really well lit. There's a light. It's extremely well lit. In fact, they just turned on because these are sodium bulbs, so they start off white, turn orange when they're full bright. And very bright and cheery. Also, we gotta remember that structural integrity is not exactly a priority here. Makes you feel wonderful, don't it? Besides that crack that you can see outside. Probably didn't pick it up on camera. So we got plenty of that. And this blacktop actually has pretty much survived pretty well. And the signboard that Sony don't want to focus on, it's all dirty and old, falling apart. Pay station still works. That's new. Steel plate. What are we hiding? No fangs visible. There you got your traditional rusty pipes. Oh, and touchy, touchy, touchy. That's very safe. We got more of this wonderful lack of structural support here, and that's really good. And nothing says excellent maintenance like being able to see outside through the ceiling. Oh, and speaking of the ceiling, look at the condition of this area. It just says, parking garages maintain themselves perfectly fine. We don't need to do any actual work on them. Yeah, right. Anyway, somebody is here, so just gonna stop the video for a moment, and I gotta clean the lens as well. Okay, they went in the outdoor, as some people would say. Well, not all of the asphalt's in the best of condition, but this is actually not that bad considering the other problems we have here. Like a light that looks like it might be falling off, we don't know. Do we have any other exciting conditions in here? Oh yeah. How about this pillar that's completely eroding away? There's the surface, and give you some sort of perspective. There you go. Excellent condition. Oh, and here's another one of those joints that make you feel that you're really safe parking here. And again, on this side, we can see the support pillars are in really good shape. By the way, I didn't mention this yet, but they say if in a year nothing is done to this place, it will be condemned. So yes, it's in that bad of shape. So we've pretty much shown you most of the majors here. Oh, whoa, whoa. Maybe not. Actually, I think I have shown you this. But on the other side, I mean, it's literally bulging out. So, in a few months, supposedly they're going to start rehabbing this place at the tune of $800,000. And of course, we got your typical graffiti, which might be hard to show up because, you know, contrast and stuff. There's another pillar in good condition. Definitely screams, I have not been maintained in the least bit. Fire alarm. I'm not going to pull it. And as we can see here, as a police officer goes by and pretty much gets the gist of what I'm doing, we got wonderful maintenance here on this stairwell, or as I like to call them in my videos, man-powered elevators. Here's the fire extinguisher. Well, fire hose, shall I say. This doesn't even open, but no need to worry. The glass was broken out. And it's not there. And if we go halfway up, outside of seeing your typical cracks and what have not, you can see the maintenance, if somebody wants to focus, is just amazing. I mean, look at the beautiful paint job, and there's another fire hose right there, or lack thereof. All this wonderful peeling paint. Just wonderful. Even the quote-unquote, as I call it, Dover blue is fading away. So let's go up here on the second floor. Oh, and before we even exit this door, which doesn't exist, it's completely rotten out. There's literally no door whatsoever. These railings are all rusted, and here's the other fire hose, or one ain't there. But this door does work. Again, not that you really need it. And here's another fire alarm. Yep. Pretty nice, huh? And as you can see, they work very well when they're pulled. And we got a little bit of buckling there. I don't know if that's showing up for you. Either that or it's just the architecture. You can see that the lack of cleaning, I know this would be on any parking garage, but the lack of maintenance, there's algae growing on it. I don't know how well it's focusing on the algae. Looks like it's doing good. Got plenty of that, so I mean, it shows that they really care for these things. And here we get to see some of the wonderful maintenance. Like, can't forget these holes of safety right here. I really can't see. I don't know if I got it or not. I can't really see what I'm getting because it's sun's bright. And the TX10 display is rather dull when it comes to outside. There's another nice crack of assurance there. And by the way, the parking on the upper deck is free. And it's like 50 cents an hour on the bottom floor. I could see why there's a little problem keeping up the garage. Why pay when you can get it for free up here? I hate to tell you this, but free doesn't exactly maintain parking garages very well. And I'm surprised that the storm drains are in halfway good shape. And some more, yeah, I'm using my foot as a guide now because I literally can't really see much of anything because of the glare. The maintenance is just great. And if you really look closely, I don't know if you can see down into the bottom. Maybe you can't because it's really dark. And of course we can see all these big cracks, and hey, look at this. Wow. Take a look at the height difference here. And it screams very good quality maintenance. Especially when rebar and all that wonderful stuff is exposed. And like I was saying, I've watched this parking garage go up from the very beginning. Right from that classroom right there, back when that was Gallagher Junior High. Of course, the best part is right here, the maintenance. Let's take a look at this. There was some form of pillar here. I think this was a pay machine. Yeah, that looks great. And of course, there's fragments. We love that. And storm drains that don't really do anything because it's actually higher than everything else. And there was an island here at one point. It was paved over. Looks like this has been hit. And over here we got, see, as I said, free parking on the top. This is why you don't have money to maintain these things. Hey, at least they had the, at least they got LED lights on here now. They used to be the sodium bulbs. And this is the pay station, as you can see. It works really well. No, that's not glare. There's absolutely nothing showing up. That's why it's free here, but you pay downstairs. So why would you go downstairs? Speaking of, let's look at this other man-powered elevator, as I call them. Oh, before we even do that. No, that's just, no, that's just dirt. For a minute I thought this section was really eroding, really bad. Here's another fire alarm. We're not going to pull that. It looks like it's actually one that's intact. Nothing may work on it still. Exit sign. I think that's kind of a given. And once again, we don't have a fire hose. And that's all seized up, but again, no glass. What does that matter? But we have a old coffee can for cigarette butts. And if we go down here, the only thing they maintain is the decorative portion that goes around the garage, including on the other side. Then we come into the second half and look at more of this wonderful, absolutely gorgeous maintenance here. And come on down. Just beautiful. And we started pretty much where we were. Again, here's a no door. It's not even locked. It's not locked. Actually, it is. I don't see the deadbolt. It's probably jammed shut down there because it's settled. And again, some more of this wonderful maintenance here. So, that's this wonderful little parking garage. Everything I could see right offhand. Outside of these, I didn't see these before. Completely rusted out electrical boxes that were ultimately never used. That's just a minor thing, but you know, these Sony, these pillars, there's just no excuse for this. And let's take another look at them, if we can actually do that. Just screams, it screams, I feel safe here. Just deplorable at best. So sad. I watched it go up. Well, apparently this section needed a little assistance to stay in one piece, because these aren't anywhere else. What does that say? outside of the piece of metal that pretty much just, probably just nothing more than an awning to keep people dry trying to pay for their parking. You know what, maybe these, I never noticed these. Maybe they do exist on every section and I never noticed it. No, they don't. Yeah, it has problems. I mean, actually for a parking garage, well, I've seen worse. We've both, or should I say we all have seen worse. Although both might be accurate because that's pretty much the audience I have. And this is one that's actually in halfway decent shape, oddly enough. Yeah, a little bit of staining and imperfections, but however, yet again, we have to be held up. That's definitely not original to this structure. Or maybe it is. Yeah, that actually is. I've seen so much, I kind of assume that it is part of a retrofit to keep the thing from falling down. Okay, that part I'm wrong. I'll admit that. We got some nice insulation falling off there, so that's open to the elements. Oh, how wonderful. Okay, I think we've seen enough here. And like I said, the only thing they've kept up is the exterior in terms of the decoration. Actually, it's not all well taken care of. Yeah. So, in a few months they're gonna take this piece of garbage and fix it up. It was actually pretty nice when it opened. Too bad they literally never maintained it, ever. This is George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed, and hopefully this thing will get fixed up and be good as new.